like to support the channel. Also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
All the women you got access to, I know you can find you a queen. They come in every color. What color you want, brother? You want sweet brown sugar? What you want, cinnamon? You want hot pistachio? What you want, brother? You want African vanilla? You want African pineapple? What color queen? Do you want that chocolate fudge? What do you want? That dark caramel?
Now we clearly see what it states, right? I'm guessing that this dude might be in California, somewhere rather. I'm not sure. So he stated, or at least the title of the video stated, that I'm done with dating apps. I'm going to, find my wife while I'm out running, right? And realistically, there's nothing wrong directly with this video, or in a sense, what it is that he is doing. Because again, I want to state, he didn't say anything wrong about the women of his community directly in the video. He was directly minding his business. He was going out there, he was running, he was meeting and greeting. Now, the actual problem comes in when people are not aware of their surroundings. And again, there's only so much that I can decide to tell people. I've tried for years to give Black women all types of warnings when it deals with these types of things, to be aware. And, we tend to see how, those stories go, right? So for the Black men out there, the ones that are actually listening, the ones that are actually paying attention, when you look at this situation, you will notice that there's a person recording. I don't know what ethnicity that person is, but I know the guy, at least looking at the complexion, I'm going to say that he's Black. I don't know if he's Black American. I don't know if he might be Nigerian, whatnot, or whatever, right? Because everybody's magically popping up with all different types of flags and identifying with whatever it is that now they want to identify with once they get on, right? But if looks could, actually do something, there was a look that was being given, right? It wasn't specifically from the women, but it was from one of the men that was there, one of the men that was directly out of shape, right? And he obviously was able to witness everything that was going on and that was taking place. And you can look and see that visibly he was quite distraught. He was quite angry at what he was seeing at that moment in time, because for whatever reason, he thought that when he had his shirt off, that the women would automatically talk to him, clamor to him, be like, I'm the god of the universe. I got my shirt off. I'm 6 foot plus. Obviously I'm going to sit up there and get some looks, in my direction, and obviously not. You clearly see a guy that is not anywhere close to 6 feet getting the attention of women. Now, I want guys to, specifically pay attention to this. All the time you happen to hear women state, yo, I want a guy that's 6 foot, he making all of this money and has a house and has a car. You don't see none of those things in this video. You don't know what kind of car this dude drive. You don't know what his bank account. You don't know his job. You don't know his education. You don't know if he owns homes or sells real estate. You don't know what he got. But what you do know is that he took out the time and energy to work out and to work out on himself, right? So because of that, the women noticed, they paid attention. And on top of that, due to the appearance of his complexion, the women were automatically drawn directly to it with no effort. The dude really didn't have to say. If he wanted to sit there and just say hi to all of the women and just say one sentence and then just get a hug, he could have got a hug from every single one of those women. It was written on their faces without them even having to say anything. And this is what I try to tell guys before. This is the importance of actually working directly on yourself. This is that effect. This is what will take place. The moment in time that you work on yourself, you will have women out here that will see that hard work and that dedication, and you will be awarded in a multitude of different ways. Now, going back to the guy, right? If you look very closely at that man, he was distraught. He had a problem. It looked like in his mind, he more than likely called that guy a multitude of words. What I'm saying to a lot of black guys out here is that when you decide to do stuff like this, you better make sure that you tread lightly, because you are going into other people's territories. Again, it wasn't that long ago that I just covered the video about Yusuke and the fact that he is an actual black samurai that was in Japan, and you had the same people that looked like this 6-foot tall marshmallow deciding that they wanted to get offended and they wanted to body block and guard Asian culture, right? When that's the only thing that they really know about Japan, which is samurai and ninja. That's it. That's realistically all they know. And maybe, you know, what took place by America, you know. But other than those three things, they don't really know anything else about Japan. They don't really know anything else about the culture. Oh, I'm sorry, in anime, right? So they know all of those things, but outside of those things, what realistically do they know about the culture? And the reason why I bring that up is because you do have an Asian woman there, or an Asian Pacific Islander that is there at the moment in time towards the tail end of the video that he gave a hug to, right? You got these two groups of women that primarily a man such as him, the Caucasian, would decide that he wants to go directly for in the dating pool, right? It's not really any other women. I mean, third would be what? So it would be what? White, Asian, Latin, and then black, right? That's primarily how it goes. You can go out here and look at the demographics, and you can see this, especially when you go to other countries. These guys are not trying to specifically go to other countries and find the other two groups of women. They're not doing that. They're looking for what it is that they want to look for. They want to see something that either they grew up with and loved as a child, they heard certain things, or they want somebody that's somewhat similar in reflection to them, that may share their views, and that will do, you know, what it is that they are supposed to do, right? But again, all I'm saying at the end of the day is that for the black guys out there, be very mindful of the situations that you decide to put yourself directly into, because you may put yourself and set your own self up into a situation of something of which you cannot get yourself out of and you cannot come back from. That's all I'm saying. Because again, you know who you are. You know what it is that you're able to draw, what it is that you are able to attract. And again, if you decide yourself that you want to go this route, you want to be amongst the whole of another group, you want to be specifically in their area, you better tread lightly. You better be very, very cautious. And also I want to remind you this one thing too, right? And again, you know, respect to the brother and whatnot or whatever, because again, like I said before, he didn't say nothing negative about black women at all. But I will sit up there and tell y'all this: y'all better be careful with all of this touchy feely, huggy type of thing. Remember, you're black at the end of the day, so any one of these women could easily switch up and at the drop of a hat and say that, he gave me an unwanted hug. He pressed his body against mine unwantedly, and yada 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 and all this other. Like I said, I looked at these hugs and they looked completely innocent to me, but very easily, women have the ability to switch up anything that we could see on video and turn it directly into something else, irregardless of whatever the proof states. They could easily transform and turn this into a whole nother thing. So again, for the black men out there that put themselves directly in these situations, y'all better be careful. Y'all better, sit up there and tread very lightly. You better care about your lives, because when you get into certain situations, there will be nobody out there to save you. Again, this is just coming from a brother that cares. This is coming from a brother that cares. I gotta go to, the demographic that may just so happen to listen to me, that may just so happen to hear me out when I'm trying to basically shout to the rooftops like, yo, I care. I want you to sit up there and save yourself, because I can't sit up there and save you. Right? Every adult is able to make their own decisions with their bodies at the end of the day. All I can sit up there and do is give out warnings, give out light signals, bat signals, whatever you want to call it. And if people refuse to look up in the sky, they refuse to listen, they want to stay consistently staring at their cell phone, hey, it's on them. So when you stare at your cell phone, you get hit by traffic. You can't sit up there and look up and blame me like, yo, my guy, why didn't you warn me? It's like, bro, you was on your cell phone. You wanted to pay attention to that light versus the light in the sky. What you want me to do?